The installers come today for our insulation. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mrs. RATTLECAN'S house. I am James, and we are here today because the installers come today for our insulation. So we're going to take one quick look at the attic, as you will not see it anymore after this day. All right, here we are at the end of day one of insulation installation, and we will give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good part is that the attic is done, and it was a much different landscape than it was previously. Hold on while I position you up. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of insulation up here now. Now, that's the good part. It's blown in. It's nice and thickly applied. In some places, it's actually pretty darn deep. Now, the downside of it is, as much as I have tried, I don't know why people don't understand basic instructions. I built these platforms so that the insulation could be blown under the platform and up on side of the platform, but it has taken me the better part of, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes to sweep all of the insulation off of the platform. I don't know if it's just not in the contract, or we don't do that kind of stuff, or what. So that's irritating point number one. Irritating point number two is that on a number of these, there's nothing. There we go. Sorry. Trying to deal with hold the light and the camera all at the same time. Let's do this. Let's point this down, point this back up. There we go. So that one got a pretty good dose there. This one got an okay dose over on the other side. Over on this side, not so good. Not such a worrisome problem, because there are some areas where there has been an excess of insulation. So I guess we can show you this over here. Got our platform nice and clean. It sounds so much different up here now. All this sound deadening going on. So this was cleared right up until about right here. And then if you see the pile of cellulose there in the corner, this whole area was that deep. Even though I thought I was fairly clear that the areas that have boards down are a walkway and that they should be kept clear. So I have scooped all of this out and taken this stuff and put it in the areas underneath some of these panels where there wasn't any insulation. Now the part that's really got me steamed is that here's the condensate pan for my nice new air conditioner, which I've spent the past, I don't know, 15 minutes or so furiously trying to dig out the cellulose that is blown in under there. I'll put some video up here that I shot with the cell phone. You can see that it is under there quite a bit. So we're going to have to talk to the owner tomorrow and say, hey, you need to send somebody else out to fix this because my fingers don't go all the way under there. And air conditioner units don't work very well if their drip pan is full of cellulose. So then, here's the other side of the drip pan. I'll post up the photo of how deep it was over here. Again, you know, I'm glad that we have lots of insulation in the places where we need it. Not exactly happy that we had lots of insulation in the places where I said, please don't put it there, including this entire walkway, which again has been scooped out by myself, and the excess has either been flung over the side or it has been stuffed underneath these catwalks. So I don't know if I had to give them a grade right now. We're at like a B minus, maybe a C plus, just because I've had to do work that I shouldn't have had to do. That's not I'm not a professional insulation installer. I'm thinking that people who are getting paid to install insulation should know that you cannot pack the air conditioning unit drip pan with insulation. So other than that, yeah, we got lots of insulation just in time because let's see, it was 56 today. It's supposed to be in the 50s again tomorrow. And then Friday apparently the world is going to end, at least here in Ohio. We'll let you know how that goes. So the walls, oh, well here, stand by. Let's go down and look at walls. So here we are out along the back, and they have finished this section. You can see the little mortar repairs. That will fade somewhat over time, and there's a lot of dust from where they drilled on here, but it's like super moist outside. Yeah, I know, I said the word. It's moist. It is foggy, it is clammy, it is overcast. It has not rained at all today, but everything is wet. So they have gotten almost all of this wall done. They've gotten the side wall where the bedrooms are done, and they have saved this room. They saved the Florida room because it's supposed to rain at some point tomorrow. So it's probably a smart thing on their part. And then they just have to do the front. So it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Let's see, my robot overlord already took care of that one. Let's see if we can see any of the ones back here. Oh, good, okay. So here are the areas where there is, see, that was a bad one there. Here, if I get that in, there we go, that's better. Where you can see where the insulation has come through those boxes. And it spits out a little bit right there, and it's not such a big deal. You know, if we were living in the house and this was like carpet, I couldn't even imagine. Now, I'm going to say a bunch of that would have been taken care of if we had face plates on them. Well, we don't. And then they've gotten... anyway, so there's a little bit coming out there. And, you know, it's not... I'm not in the pickle about that. Have it done tomorrow. So anyways, that's what's going on. That is day one of insulation. Hey everybody, welcome back to day 2 of insulation installation. The concerns that I expressed yesterday were quickly addressed by the crew here today. They fixed one of them. The second one, when they move into the interior hallway going up into the attic, they will fill in that spot. As you can see, Carl, my future robot overlord, is he's kind of working. Not doing a too bad job of getting the cellulose up. If it gets too big of a pile, he kind of freaks out. So like over here, these areas here, this pile he won't touch. This pile he just does circles around it. It's like the weirdest thing ever. Finishing up the outside walls today, as well as you can hear, and then tomorrow they'll be doing the garage wall, the wall that is common to the garage, which is this room in here. Going to be doing this wall all along here, and you can see I've kind of blocked that in, and then they'll be doing the 2 walls leading up into the stairway. All right, here we are, day number 3 of insulation installation. I think we're nicknaming this the day of the White Death. When I turned the news on at 4:30 this morning, it was 53. It is now 4.5 hours later, it's 32 degrees. So we have a short remainder of exterior wall, which is basically this part of wall right here. We have the Florida room. We have the 2 interior walls going up into the attic, and we've got the garage. And then we're done. And then we're insulated and nice and warm. So we'll keep checking on the weather today. All I know right now, it's just miserable. That's what it's doing now. 10 to 20 mile an hour winds, gusting to 30. Rain/drizzle. White death on the way. All right, the job is done. They're done almost a half day early. They did come in and they topped up some areas that he thought they were a little shy on. And as you can hear, that's not rain. That is sleet / freezing rain. And it has just started just within the past couple of minutes. So anyways, they ran the blower door test, and we did see a net decrease in the, I don't know what the word is, breathability, suckability of the house. Where's my piece of paper here? Sorry, I don't mean to be getting y'all dizzy here. Went from 5703 to 4020. This is a house with the original windows in it. And they are pretty leaky, and I have not gotten around to foaming these windows yet. So there's a pretty good chance that after we do that, you know, we would see a pretty decent decrease in that as well. I can tell you right now, it's already quieter in the house. It's already warmer in the house. I still have the thermostat set at 52 degrees. That's what I'm comfortable working at. I can do a pretty good amount of work at that temperature and be comfortable. And the boiler is running a lot less already. So that is what is going on. I guess I could show you this other thing real quick, just to be somewhat thorough. Is they have this outside wall here. You can see I've actually already spackled over the plugs that they've put in, but that's where they have drilled into. That's the common part of the outside wall that they were drilling into, so that they were able to fill this common wall in. This has actually all got, it's out of focus. Sorry about that. It's because it's just a white wall. Focus, thank you. So you can see where that last hole is. That wall has actually got fiberglass insulation in it, which is really kind of weird. So he took the appropriate amount off. The bill, I'd already written the check out. He said, we'll have him cut you a check for the difference and we'll put it in the mail. You'll get that later in the week. So, and then both of the walls going up into the attic have the same treatment. So anyways, the insulation is done. They said 3 days, it took them 2.5. We're very happy. I know what the natural gas bill was last month. So we'll have to see if it's going to be as horrendous this month. Yeah, this doesn't look any fun. I'm going home. I'm James. This has been Mrs. RATTLECAN'S House. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following us on the YouTubes. And we'll catch you next time. Cheers.
If you enjoyed watching this episode of Mrs. RATTLECAN'S House, consider checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, and to get the latest updates on our progress, like us on Facebook. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Perhaps we should have some wine.